We hit 50% on our Kickstarter, so you know what that means. Another live reading. Woohoo! I'm going to live read Gabby Invents the Perfect Hair Bow for you here today. As a part of our Entrepreneur Kid Kickstarter, we now have 122 backers, many of which are my friends and family members. So anyone who's watching now, thank you. We just hit 50%, and I think that Gabby's is a great book to read for that milestone. One of the reasons is because I've already live read the other 3 books, but the other one is because Gabby is a high aimer herself. So before I get started, I will show you the rest of the books. We have Gabby Invents the Perfect Hair Bow, Rachel Turns Her Passion into a Business, Sebastian Creates a Sock Company, and Jason Saves the Environment with Entrepreneurship. These are called dummy books. I like to call them prototypes. And basically what they are is that they are simply a cover that is on top of a bunch of layouts that are just all, let's see if I can do this without dropping this, all taped together. See? Like that. So I'm here today to read to you Gabby Invents the Perfect Hair Bow. In case you did not know about Gabby's story yet, Gabby Goodwin is an 11-year-old entrepreneur who lives in Columbia, South Carolina. She invented a new type of hair bow that she's holding here. That it's called it's got a double snap, and it's non-slip. It's non-slip, it's double snap. What else? Basically, it's pretty awesome. You should check it out. In the comment, the double face, double snap Barrette. That's right. So it has 2 faces, so you can always see both sides when it turns around, and it's double snap so that it does not slip out. So without further ado, I want to actually read her story, and you can check out obviously her Barrettes and her entrepreneurial story on her website as well. But you can also just read along with me. See what side I can do here. Okay. Gabby Invents the Perfect Hair Bow. Words by Erica Swallow, that's me. Pictures by Lee Zung. Lee Zung is an awesome illustrator, as you'll be able to see through each page here. Put the cover down. Gabby Goodwin loves to dance. She's been taking lessons since she was 3 years old. Whether she's on the stage or just heading to school, her hair is always just right. From curls and cornrows to braids and buns, Gabby especially loves picking out colorful bows and barrettes to top off her hairstyles. This is her with her little brother, Michael. Got cute lost teeth there. Can we do pink and red today, Mommy? Gabby asks as she sits down for her daily hairstyling. You got it. Let's hope you don't lose any bows today, her mother says. No matter where Gabby is, she always seems to lose her bows. As it turns out, this day would be no different. You can see her dad's walking her to school, it looks like. Hello, Keith. Hello, Rosette. And 2 others who are there. Feel free, by the way, while we're reading, to add your comments or questions, and I will love to answer them. Mrs. Goodwin dropped Gabby off for school and took her little brother to daycare before heading to work. Have a great day, she told them both. Uh-oh. Around lunchtime, Gabby's teacher sent a photo to all of her students' parents of the kids drawing pictures in art class. Mrs. Goodwin gasped, "Ah! Gabby's hair looks horrible!" Half of Gabby's barrettes were missing, and her hair was all over the place. Where do all of her bows go? She thought frantically. There had to be a way to keep the bows from falling out. Can't imagine. Her mom spends, hello Rosette! Her mom spends a lot of time doing her hair, and like many moms out there, her daughter would come home, or these pictures would get sent home, and her hair would be all undone. Back at home, Gabby and her little brother started their homework. Mrs. Goodwin was frustrated as she separated the latest purchases of Gabby's hair bows by color. The family had to buy bows every 2 weeks because they fell out so often. Mrs. Goodwin picked up her phone and posted a rant online. I can't believe it! Half of my daughter's bows are gone again! Are there any barrettes out there that actually work? Mothers from all around replied to Mrs. Goodwin's message. Whoa, the start of something. We don't know what yet. Oh, the messages are coming in, it looks like, though. I can't stand those barrettes, one mother said. I don't even use them anymore, another said. I twist a rubber band around them to make them stay. And another said, when you find some that work, let me know. Then, a message from the family's pastor popped up. Pastor Bailey suggested that she make a new bow. Sounds like a market you need to break into, he wrote. Mrs. Goodwin scoffed. But I'm so busy! Huh! Pastor's always trying to get you to do stuff. Am I right? Back to the hair. Days and weeks went on. Mrs. Goodwin could not stop thinking about what the pastor had said. She wanted the problem fixed, but who was going to make those magical bows? One morning, while styling Gabby's hair, Mrs. Goodwin huffed. I don't even know why I'm doing your hair. Half of these bows are going to be gone when you get home. Mommy, are we going to make a bow? Gabby shouted excitedly. No. I was just thinking that somebody should make a bow, Mrs. Goodwin replied, placing the final barrette in Gabby's hair. And I like how Lee did spreads like this sometimes where you have the scene all the way across the page. Thank you for the hearts. Somebody, I don't know who's putting them, but I appreciate those. Gabby was persistent. She was 5 years old and loved the idea of making a new type of bow that wouldn't fall out. She asked her mom about the bow idea every day for months. Mommy, when will we make my bow? She asked on the way to dance rehearsal. Mommy, will my bows be sold in stores? She asked while the two were out grocery shopping. I love her inquisitive nature. The questions never ended. Mommy, wouldn't today be a great day to design a bow? Gabby said one day. Mrs. Goodwin couldn't say no. The two sat at the kitchen table and brainstormed. Looks like we're getting somewhere. What do you think makes a bow stay in your hair, Gabby? Mrs. Goodwin asked. Gabby said they needed strong, durable teeth near the clasp. They also thought barrettes should have two faces, so people could always see the fun designs, right? Nobody likes it when those things turn around. Grandma hates when my bows flip the wrong way, Gabby said. The duo was off to work, designing the best hair barrette they could imagine. Oh, got some good-looking designs there, right? We got a ladybug, a cute flower. After figuring out the type of barrette they wanted to make, they asked a friend from church to help them draw their idea, so they could share it with others. He was a really good artist and agreed to help out. All right, getting other people involved, building a little team here. It took a few years, but Gabby's company is finally a reality. Today, she has sold thousands of bows to kids and parents in every American state and all over the world who were tired of losing their barrettes. She's also been on national TV and radio. We got a pretty fun set up here of Gabby and her mom Rosalind Goodwin on a TV set, which they have been on a lot. Gabby and her mom make a great team. Gabby chooses bow designs and colors and names all of the products. She also handles the company's money, makes sure they have enough products, and leads sales at events. As you can see in this pretty cool drawing, she's at a booth. When customers order bows online, she sends each of them a handwritten thank you card, too. Actually, if you order online, you would get one of those. I got one time when I ordered. It was pretty fun and cute. Mrs. Goodwin makes sure the business is running by partnering with other companies to manufacture and sell the bows the two designed together. Gabby says when she grows up, she wants to run her bow business with her daughter, just like she and her mommy do now. One of the things I love about Gabby's story is that she actually has a patent, which you can read in the author's note in the end. That's pretty impressive for being 11 years old. Gabby's whole family helps out with work. Her daddy is a comedian and helps her practice for speeches, since he has so much experience on stage. She used to get nervous, but now she can speak in front of anyone. This is one of my favorite scenes because they're both at home in their socks. That's kind of cute. And it's sort of a little nod to one of the other books, Sebastian Creates a Sock Company. There are a few fun designs of socks in this book too. Even Gabby's little brother helps out, especially when Gabby throws packing parties for the days when her company gets a lot of orders. She needs tons of help when there are too many orders to handle alone. This is a very special scene in this book because Rosalind and Gabby actually submitted photos of their friends and family members who have helped out quite a bit in the making of the company. So these friends and family members are all based on actual photos that were submitted, as are the, many other people in the book, but this is one in particular where we spent a lot of time making sure we got every element of each person correct. Even down to the earrings. One of her little cousins here, or it's actually her older cousin, but let me see if I can get down. Right, see in the blue there, she has star earrings, which is one of my favorite parts of this book because it's such a small detail, but she actually has pink star earrings in real life because we try to make that as true as possible. All right, back to the story. Starting a business is hard. Not everyone wants to buy her bows. Sometimes stores don't have space to carry them either. Hearing no is tough, but she has learned how to deal with it. Having school, dance, and a business makes for a busy life too. Gabby has to miss birthday parties and playtime sometimes so she can make sure bow orders are mailed on time. Customers are counting on her. She's a businesswoman after all. Gabby loves her business though. She loves that she helps little girls keep their hair cute all day with the best hair bow ever. These days, Gabby gives speeches all around the world talking about her experience starting a company. Whether she's speaking to children or adults, she always encourages them to dream big. If you believe, you can achieve, Gabby says. Try your best, work hard, and never give up. Now, it's your turn. What problems do you want to solve in the world? The end. Or as I like to say, or just the beginning. And that final quote there, by the way, is a real quote from Gabby. All of the books feature a real quote from the kid, and many quotes throughout the book, actually. But I always wanted to get the top advice that each entrepreneur kid has for this final page, because I think that's very inspiring. And now I'm open for questions, so add those in the comments while I introduce you to the author's note and Gabby and her family. So, in each book we have an author's note, and, well, there we go. And it features photos of the entrepreneur kids and their families, and also the more specific biographical story written by myself of each entrepreneur kid. I wanted to make sure that we got the very granular details, like the years that the companies were founded, how old they were when they founded, who was involved, in particular, like who were big influences. So that's the information you'll find here. Great question, Alex. How did you meet Gabby? I will answer that in just a moment. I love that one, though. That's a great question. So a few photos here so you can see Gabby. This is a photo of Gabby's hair coming loose, some of her bows falling out while she's at school. So this is sort of showcasing that problem statement of what she's actually solving is coming home with her hair undone. And a few other pictures here. You can see Gabby and her mom in a store with some of their products. I love their packaging, actually. They spent a lot of time putting the packaging together, and it really showcases the double side and actually the double snap as well. But a cool part, if you see this packaging up close, is that the oh, I just knocked something over. Sorry about that, guys. You would see that the double face there, the circular part of the packaging, actually is clear so that you can turn it around both sides when you're in the store. And then down here we have the family, Michael, Rosalind, Mike, and Gabby herself. I thought that was a really cute photo. And as mentioned in the story, Mike Goodwin is a comedian. He's actually known as the bow tie comedian. So he wears a bow tie often, and you can look him up online. He has good, clean family comedy for you to check out. And okay, great question, Alex. How did I meet Gabby, or how did our team meet Gabby? We went through a entrepreneur kids search phase, essentially. We identified about 60 entrepreneurs who are under the age of 18, with an emphasis on kids who had started businesses under the age of 13, because that's extra unique to have done. And it's also closer to the audience of these books, which is 5 to 8 years old. So we went through this search process. We identified 60 entrepreneur kids, and we have this spreadsheet essentially where we categorize the kids on what kind of industry they're in, how old they are, what their gender is, also ethnicity and race, because those are important factors for making sure that every kid is represented in the series. As many as we can. We want to see them to see themselves in the series. So and also final thing is the business understood by a 5-year-old, or even younger than that in some cases? So for Gabby, she is the only entrepreneur in the series who has a beauty product. And she was 5 years old when the problem statement sort of started, but I believe 7 years old when they actually started running, and she's now 11 years old. Other kids in the series are all the way up to currently 20 years old. So we have 9, 10. I'm gonna mess this up. So anywhere from 9 to 20 years old currently, and we actually got to, as you're talking about meeting, we actually got to meet Gabby and her family in person in, I believe it was December or January. It was either December or January, I believe. It was really recent though, where we went, and I had already done phone interviews to talk to her about her founding story, but we wanted to go in person so we could understand environment, and also get to meet her parents and her pastor, Pastor Bailey, who was a big influence in this book, and Michael, her little brother, who's definitely a character. And so yeah, we did a lot of we actually produced videos for each of those tours, those interview tours that we did, and those will come out later, probably after our campaign, but those are coming. Oh, another question I get is, how do we choose the color theme? As you might notice, there's a lot of pink in this one. And pink, actually, we noticed online, it was quite evident through Gabby's clothing that she wears to speeches. And if you Google any of the entrepreneur kids, you'll see they're quite prolific across the internet. And you can learn quite a bit from just seeing their websites, reading their stories, seeing online interviews of them. So from that early research, we saw that Gabby wore a lot of pink, and we obviously don't know if that's her favorite color, but it sort of seemed like that. So when we sent our initial design idea to Gabby and her family, we had her in this dress actually. Actually, this was the first graphic we sent. Was this graphic, and she loved it, and when we visited, and if you look in the campaign video on Kickstarter, you'll see that her entire room is pink. There's so many pink objects, and actually on the back here you'll see we included a pink Barrette holder. She actually has a pink Barrette holder, so that was based off of that. So yeah, that's a question I get a lot. Let's see here. Ooh, one thing I wanted to show you is the end paper. So end papers are the piece of paper that will be shown right before the title page, and it's also what glues. You'll see this paper too, glued to the cover, and it'll be the same same in paper on both sides. So Lee, the illustrator, did a really awesome job of incorporating the bow styles, the bow designs. So in this design, you'll see 3 of them. There's Ladybug, there's Sweet Pea, and there's Daddy's Little Girl. It's either Daddy's Girl or Daddy's Little Girl. Each of Gabby's bows are actually named after sweet names or endearing names that parents call their little girls. So Sweet Pea, Daddy's Girl, and is it Little Lady or I said Ladybug, but now I'm getting confused. Anyway, you can check those out on gabbybows.com if you wanted to check out the actual names, because obviously I'm a little frazzled. And then the bow tie, obviously, Daddy's Girl, is a nod to her dad, actually, who's the bow tie comedian. So I thought that was a really cool insight, like a really, kind of insider insight. All right, well, that, my friends, is Gabby Invents the Perfect Hair Bow. It's been a pleasure getting to know Gabby and her family and telling her founding story. And it is a bigger part of the, the larger Entrepreneur Kid series. We just hit 50%, and that was just earlier today. So the celebration for hitting 50% on Kickstarter was the reading of Gabby Invents the Perfect Hair Bow. Previously, we have read on Facebook Live, and you can go check them out. Rachel turns her passion into a business. Jason saves the environment with entrepreneurship. And Sebastian creates a sock company. So if you liked any of these stories that you've seen read on Facebook, or you would just like to see them available for kids to read and learn about entrepreneurship, please consider backing us on Kickstarter. You can find the link over there, or maybe it's over there, or up there, or down there, to the Kickstarter. You can buy a single book or back us and get a reward of a single book or a full series, or 2 or 3, and there are some other unique different rewards on there as well. We are having an awesome time getting to know our backers, so we'll keep up updating you all on Kickstarter, and you'll see me on Facebook Live some more. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. I don't know what I would do without you, because you're all so just attentive, 1, and generous, 2, and thoughtful, 3, for even being here. So thank you for that. I can't do it without you. And my whole team says thank you. We'll see you later. Bye!